If you're planning on buying any cards from TCG Player, make sure you use our affiliate link right here in the description of our video to help support the channel. It's the best way to do it and it's free. And if you need any code cards, make sure you check out Potown Store for automatic email delivery and use code Tablemon for 5% off all your purchases. If you're from Europe, mealybotsgaming.com is a great option to get your cards from. They have all sorts of sealed products, merchandise, and all the sets available from Pokemon Sun and Moon upwards, including the latest Hidden Fate set. Don't forget to use Tablemon code when checking out to get a further 5% off from your final purchase. Hello everyone and welcome back to another video in the Future Decks series. I know it's been a while, there's been a lot going on lately, but I am back with another entry to the series, which will hopefully be a very familiar deck for everyone involved, if you will. We have Green's Reshi, right, with a few new additions from the latest Cosmic Eclipse set that I believe you people will enjoy seeing. So the first addition is the Charizard and Breaks in GX. That's a new fire type GX that is playable from this new set. It goes very nicely with the other Charizard cards, so seems like Pokemon really enjoys printing their Charizards and making them playable lately. And this one in particular has the Shiny Flare attack for 4 energies. It deals 180 damage, so that damage isn't really that impactful anymore, honestly. 180 damage is definitely not the biggest amount to be dealing as of late. However, the effect allows you to search your deck for up to 3 cards and put them into your hand, and then you shuffle your deck. So you essentially get, I'm sure all of you remember Sylveon GX's Magical Ribbon. You essentially get that effect, plus you get to damage your opponent's Pokemon. So because this deck enjoys using the Green's engine, this is really nice. Having this backup effect, you get to search for cards for your next turn, and then if your opponent is not focusing on playing with playing too many reset stamps, or anytime they fail to reset stamp you, then you get access to those cards, which could end up being Welder, could end up being the Cynthia Caitlyn or the Mallow Lana supporter cards, could end up being more greens, could end up being power plants, could end up being reset stamps, custom catcher purse, mixed herb herbs, you name it, right? Anything that you need for next turn for the right situation, you are able to utilize it, and it definitely kind of makes up a little bit for when you end up starting with Charizard, any of the Charizards instead of the Volcanion. Being able to search your deck for Welder is definitely something that this deck is sorely missing outside of greens, but the attack allows you to have the Welder preemptively in your hand. Now, of course, we have Flare Starter to power that up. We have High Heat Blast to pressure with Volcanion. And then we have Reshiram and Charizard GX's Flare Strikes, Outrage, and Double Blaze GX attacks. The GX attack of Charizard and Brazen is nothing too spectacular. Fireball GX allows you to attach 5 basic energy cards from your discard pile in any way you like for a single fire. And if you have an extra fire, your opponent's active Pokemon is now burned and confused. So there might be situations where it becomes useful. I feel like Double Blaze for the big 300 damage is probably going to be more impactful, but the new tag team supporter cards are definitely very useful, especially Cynthia and Caitlyn. Allowing you to recover a Welder from your discard pile is very nice, and on top of that, if you discard a card, which I'm sure you will have plenty of leftovers in the deck, you actually get to draw 3 cards as well. So very nice effect overall. And then we have Mallow and Lana, which allows you to have extra healing and switching effects to make sure that the Charizard is safely on the bench, to make sure that you can utilize the right Charizard GX for the right situation. So a lot of really cool synergy between the tag team cards and the big tag team GXs as well. And of course, Welder decks definitely will appreciate being able to recover Welder and putting it into your hand. As with every Greens deck, Reset Stamp is the bane of its existence. It's going to have a tough time playing with it and around it, but the fact that you can continually search for the right cards with Charizard GX and Charizard and Brazen GX, at some point you will definitely be able to keep those set cards, right? And that will allow you to continue to further your setup, heal your Charizards, etc, etc. So yeah, I think this deck definitely has possibilities. I feel like it's going to be one of the decks I will end up trying out in the beginning when we get Cosmic Eclipse on PTGO, because it's a very easy deck to build, it's a very familiar deck to build, which is always nice, and we're not deviating too much from what is already proven to be super tried and tested so far. We did see Green's Reshi deck, super aggressive one with 4 reset stamps on its own with no healing whatsoever, take down a special event over in Campinas in Brazil. So it would be of no surprise to me if Green's Reshi continues to be a beacon of the standard format and is able to actually is actually able to be a front runner for a tier 1 deck and is able to get League Cup wins, League Challenge wins, and of course regional day 2s. Very straightforward strategy. The greens and the Charizard and Brazen now allow you to search for specific cards that you need at any given time. Charizard and Brazen allows you to search for anything really, not just trainer cards like greens. And I think it's a very nice complement to the Reshiram, to the regular Reshiram and Charizard GX decks. You could play around with the counts of these cards. You could have less fire crystals and more power plants. You could have more energy. You could have less Pokegears. You could play single copies of the tag team decks, tag team cards, sorry. You could play less mixed herbs or no mixed herbs, only great potions, or even no great potions. That would open up 4 spots to increase the reset stamp count, increase the power plant count. There's a lot of ways you can go about with this deck, but the most important thing is the big decision of whether to go first or second. I believe it's almost always going to be correct with this deck to choose to go second. Might be matchup dependent, but decks are getting pretty aggressive pretty quickly, and if we get the rule changes anytime soon from Sword and Shield, then we'll definitely be choosing to go second with this particular deck, and probably with all of them, right? So yeah, that will conclude our future decks entry for today. Thank you so much to everyone who shows support to this particular series, and I will catch you people over the weekend with more PTGO gameplay action as we continue to explore the format. I have an idea of something new to do after this weekend's regional, so I'll be paying a lot of attention to the stream and hopefully making something cool out of it, but you'll just have to wait for that. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, and I will catch you in our next video. Bye bye.